Do it.
Hi everybody, here's St. Thomas winners today in the first round of the 2016 Division III NCAA football playoffs. We have with us here for the Tommies number 8 defensive back Michael Alada, number 12 special teams player number 12 Dylan Andrew had a couple big plays today. Head coach Glenn Caruso, number 2 wide receiver Nick Waldvogel, and number 9 quarterback Alex Fensky. Coach, we'll start with you. General thoughts on the game, and then we'll open it up for comments.
Really happy with. Do we need this for the video?
Probably not. Yeah.
I don't know.
You're probably not. We can hear you.
Real happy with how the defense was able to not just go out and certainly Northwest move the ball a little bit early, but anytime you can hold a shutout, that's awesome. And when you can do that this time of year in the playoffs when you're facing some really good football teams. Happy about that. Happy about the fact that we're able to do our work and be up at halftime 30-0, and then be able to pull our starters. So at this time of year, any rep you can take off of a guy and save that rep off of him is a winning edge, and we were able to do that. And pretty excited.
Coach, so talk a little bit about 44 points. Sounds like a lot, but they stopped us inside the 5 3 times as well, twice and down in the first half. You pleased with that kind of execution?
No, certainly not. I mean, probably the biggest disappointment was following the blocked punt, which I thought was a really, really good call based on field position and wind and other things. Coach Walsh called the block and went after it and got it. And the offense takes over first and goal to 6, starts with a penalty, backs up to the 11, and didn't execute 2 run plays particularly well at all. And just not a situation that we're familiar being in, is not being able to finish down there, so that was disappointing to say the least. And then right before half, I know we made the most of the time. We always make the most of our time, right? So 15 seconds, 23 seconds, they punt the ball. Return takes 8, goes down to 15. Joe Reed makes a phenomenal catch down the sideline. We have no timeouts because we had to use those timeouts to get the ball back. And then the kill, and I thought we'd be able to squeeze another play in there, but it didn't work out.
You talked a little bit about, I don't know that you guys played at all in the second half. Nice stats in the first half. So pretty intentional second half you were going to go with subs?
No doubt. So we basically were able to play half of our backups in the second quarter, as we routinely do, and then we were able to pull all of our starters at halftime, and that was really important to us. The only starter that was out there at all in the second half was when Joe Reed had to go in and punt. So we didn't have another punter, we had to put him out there, but he did a good job.
Alex, talk about what you saw, what kind of defenses you saw from them in the first half, particularly, I mean, Nick had 7 catches in the first half. What were you looking to do, with the passing game?
We're just taking what the defense gives us. Our coaches put us in great situations to have success, and after each drive coming off, we talk about what adjustments we can make, and finding the seam on vertical routes was something that we thought would be a good play, and it came out, and it was. Nick made a great play on the ball and a great catch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, more the same of what Alex said. The coach put us in really good positions to make plays, and we trust that. And we think that going to the playoffs, everyone believes in what they can do. But I think that our coaches and ourselves do a really good job of adjusting as the game goes on, continue to make plays down the stretch that can really make a difference in some big games.
When these guys were on the field and their Northwest defense was on the field, it wasn't that easy all the time because they would often have all 11 guys standing up and moving around. So they kind of, both with coverage and with their front, they made it frustrating, to say the least.
Northwestern do anything to surprise you on defense?
No, we knew that's what they were going to do, so there was nothing particular. They blitzed a little bit more than they normally do, which is, Nick kind of alluded to it, that when you get to playoff time, teams get here for a reason because they're very true to their core and their base. And teams continue to do that, which is refreshing. When we play a lot of teams during the year that know us intimately, they do completely different things that they never show on film.
other people can jump in with questions. But Dylan, so you run 2 PATs and then you get pick 6. Talk about the interception.
I was just in, honestly, the right place at the right time. I was kind of peeking in the backfield, had a responsibility to cover the guy in the flat, was working out that way, and my brother Moise tipped the ball, and I really turned around, and it was just in my lap. And at that point, you get to flip the switch pretty quickly. That's something we work on every day in practice. You know, the play's not over when possession changes hands. You know, the play's over when the whistle blows. And so you have to, change your mindset pretty quickly. Got going the other way and saw they had a ton of guys, a ton of purple around me. So that made my job really easy. Got a great block from Luke Swenson, and the rest was, really easy after that. So it was a fun play.
Just
Yeah,
looking at the stats, he's the leading scorer of the game, isn't he?
I think Jeremy had 2 touchdowns.
Did he have 2 touchdowns? It's not on here, but okay.
Talk a little bit about that, Coach. So you got Dylan, special teams, and backup
Outside
backfield.
linebacker, and really, he's a
Jeremy.
rotational player on defense. So you have a situation where you have a very capable, him and Alex were in the same position group for many years, and I
Former
think-
quarterback, right?
Absolutely, and spent 3 years at quarterback, and only one guy can play quarterback at a time. And when you have a team that is as thoughtful as our team is, and as selfless as our team is, and you have a guy like Dylan that says, "Coach, put me wherever you can, and I can help the team," and he's playing at a very high level right now at outside linebacker. But in addition to that, is able to be our holder on field goal PAT, which is in essence a quarterback position for us, and allows us to do a lot of different things. And neither one of those plays were necessarily his to run, but he was able to get the ball in. Very dynamic, but I think more important, just very selfless, and that's kind of the tenet of our team.
Michael, you tied a school 33-year
Congratulations.
school record this year with your 10th interception. Talk about what you saw in that play.
Yeah, I made a couple mistakes early, so I saw him that play his alignment. I didn't notice his alignment, and it was pretty short, so I was expecting sort of a fade. And Coach made a great call, calling a bail instead of a press. So I was able to bail and see the route and see the ball in there at the same time and get to the ball.
Certainly tends a lot, but here's an interesting note, is that last year Jordan Roberts set the all-time rushing record in a single season, and if you remember whose record he beat, it was one of his teammates' father's records in Tucker Treadle, his dad, and so he broke. This year, when he got that interception, he broke a record that was set by one of our teammates, his teammates' fathers, in Neil Gugamos, so I think that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Did you expect to have, how many interceptions did you expect to have at the beginning of the season?
Actually, we wrote down goals as corners as what we wanted for the season. I didn't write down any interceptions as goals. The main goal I had was to not give up any touchdowns. So that was the main goal I had. I'm just happy for these interceptions,
First shot for the year.
Yes, and it's not always easy to do, not only because you're in playoff time, but because when you sit your starters at halftime, there's a lot of other guys that go in and get that opportunity. And I think for the 2s and whatever 3s we're able to play, it's a limited roster, unfortunately, 58 guys at playoff time, to be able to hold that 0 on the board, and they were put in some tough situations. But good pressure on the field goal at the beginning of the game, and then stopping the red zone at the end of the game. I do think our defense is absolutely trending in the right direction. You're talking about going a month of football where the starters have not let up a touchdown yet. I think that's pretty neat. I don't have the exact numbers, but I think we're sitting at somewhere around 5 points allowed a game, and that's for 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. So I'm very happy with how the defense is performing. You know, this time of year, if you want to do what you want to do, your defense has got to be up to the task, and right now it's moving in the right direction.
One final question, anybody?
What do you know about Cole?
Not much about this year. Certainly to go through the Iowa League undefeated means something. That's a big deal. They beat teams that we are somewhat familiar with on film, with like Wartburg and Butte. We have not played them since our very first playoff game when we were here back in 2009. That was St. Thomas's first home playoff win ever. And that was as big a win as this program has had in recent memory. They're tough. They're physical. They're always a well-coached team. Coach Staker turned the program over to his son and remains on staff, so I know that some of those same tenets of their discipline and their pillars stay the same. But like I said, any team that comes out of that league on the field is going to be good. I do know Monmouth was very explosive. They always have been an explosive team, so that must mean the coach defense is doing something right.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.